Hey guys, so where's Jollibee headed? What does the chart say? Where is it in the grand scheme of things? And what's happening to it on a short term perspective? Check this video out. Welcome to another update on Jollibee. This is still part of our stocks by request session because over the past few days, I still got a lot of messages on Jollibee. You all know Jollibee is one of the most requested stocks that we've ever had. More than 1,000 messages just for the past few days asking for where it's headed. So over the past few videos, I gave you the context and the narrative that Jollibee was having a hard time. Because of not so good earnings from Smashburger. And because of that, you saw the stock, there was a larger sell down on the stock as it started to break down from certain support levels. And you all know me, the style, if you want to trade the style, if you want to get a broader picture on what's happening on the market, is to use technical analysis because technical analysis is the game. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe so you get updated on what's happening on the markets. I give as much as one video a day to help you reach your goals of financial freedom because I really believe the stock market is one of the ways for you to be able to reach them. Now, here's the chart of Jollibee now showing you where Jollibee is from a 10-year perspective. So for those who know how to read trends and to know how to depict where it's actually headed, you still see Jollibee from with a very strong and massive uptrend. So if you see it from the start note, in 2008 there was a large dip, a large drop from Jollibee. It hit from 50 to 35 pesos per share, brought about by the 2008 financial crisis. But what's interesting about that is you can't keep a good company down. Jollibee has gone up leaps and bounds from that particular date. Even if you look at the larger moving averages, it shows you that there's still a very strong support protecting Jollibee, that there's a large buying presence of Jollibee. You have to remember up until now, and for the past years that I've been investing in Jollibee, I've seen Jollibee to be relatively expensive, but in spite of that, people are still buying it. Now, let's look at it from a longer perspective. You see that the uptrend is still pretty much intact. But what I could do also is this. If you look at this area, you see that there's a resistance here at around the 250 plus area. I've mentioned this in previous videos that around the 240 level, there's a support for Jollibee. So what I'll do is I'll try to zoom in now so we can see where Jollibee is from a daily perspective naman. So if you look at this, the peak, no, the high at that point in time was around the 250 level in 2016. Now, if I'll interlace this, so you get a perspective, that will be there's a resistance at the 250 level, which in turn, if I try to zoom in, which will lay the foundation of where Jollibee is right now. Another way to plot it is you can put another support level here at around the 240 level. So what you can see from this is that for Jollibee, you can expect buying at around the 240, 250 level. So a lot of people are waiting for Jollibee. If you notice it here, if you notice it here, and here, Jollibee experienced relatively stronger buys every time it hits. It would hit that area. So for this year, no, we really haven't seen it yet correct to that low. Interlacing this 200-day moving average still, I have it still below it. For those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, we do know that this is causing the stock still to be bearish. This is now the resistance trying to prevent it from going higher. And if you will try to put a notion into it as well, this support level here at 300 is what was the previous resistance here, and it's what's blocking the stock from going higher. So you can experience a resistance at 290 and another one at the 300 level. So key things for you to remember and try to at least use as a review for Jollibee: 240/250 level, you can experience a level of buying. 300, 290 level, there may be a level of selling. With that being said, Jollibee, as of this point in time, is still relatively bearish. That's one. but with a bias that it's trying to start to move sideways still. Even if I zoom in though, placing the bias that I have that it's more bearish, you can still put a lower trend line here. So if you look at the trend line, it's still pegged on it trying to break out of 290 pesos per share. So here's the thing, if Jollibee fails to break out of 290 pesos per share for the short term, you can expect it to retrace. Short-term movement at least will bring Jollibee to around the 270 level, which is what I've mentioned in the previous videos of where the support is. So short-term, super short-term, Jollibee has a resistance at 290. It will not break out from the short-term downtrend if it fails to break out from 290. It will just continue also to consolidate. If it fails to break out of 290, it will go back to the 270 level. Something to watch out for though, if the 270 level does not hold, then you can expect Jollibee to come down to around the 240, 250 level. From a fundamental perspective, 240 to 250 is not as cheap as what a lot of people think it is, but that's where the support is. So if you would like to capture, at least catch Jollibee at a relatively cheaper price, the 240, 250 could be a good support area for you to come in. So that's it for now. As what I've shown you in the start of the video, Jollibee is still in a long-term uptrend. Short-term though, it's starting to consolidate with still a larger bearish bias. Even looking at the MACD, you're seeing it that it's still below zero, denoting that there's more bearish biases. It's still in a downtrend, but there's a change in direction. And the change in direction that we're trying to see right now is probably it trying to consolidate. I'll give you an update over the next few days if Jollibee will start to reverse, but it will be predicated on, number one, it breaking past the 290 and 300 level. As what I've mentioned, that's where the resistances are. And if it breaks past that, it has a shot to attack at least the 320, 325 level for the short term. And if you notice it, the way I analyze it is there's no emotions. Everything is just either buy or avoid based on what the charts are telling us. Because at the end of the day, I'll keep hammering it. The only way for you to win is to get rid of your emotions. And for me, the best way for me to remove my emotions is technical analysis, charting, and also fundamental analysis. Because at the end of the day, I like that you guys win. We have more than 1 million accounts in the stock market, but we need more people to actually make money, for people to actually be, hey, it can be done. Financial freedom can be done, and you can win, you can make money, and it's not so hard as what most people think it is. That's why it's Sunday now. This will be posted in the next few hours, but I review my charts in the evening so that I can execute it in the morning. It's just a few minutes of hustle. You have to remember this. Investing in the stock market is passive income, but you have to remember that you still have to devote an amount of time, because at the end of the day, making money in the stock market is still a skill. But if you can devote that time to study, to research, executing on a Monday will not be as hard as what most people think it is. So I just finished Stock Smarts, the first 3 sessions of Stock Smarts Manila. We will be having the next half, or at least the second week of Stock Smarts Manila this June 22 naman. So for those who attended, thank you so much. I hope that you guys learned a lot. It's always I like doing videos, but I also like the live sessions where I get to meet a lot of people hungry to learn and hungry to use the stock market to help them reach your goals of financial freedom. So if you'd like to know more about the next events, I'll be in Hong Kong this August, I'll be in CDO this July, and I'll be in Dubai, UAE this August as well. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo on a Sunday night, pushing you, urging you, use whatever skills and tools you have, because you have what it takes to reach your goals of financial freedom. Everything is right here, right now, available for you to use and to maximize the stock market, that you can grow your money, and it's not dependent on what your background is. It's not dependent on how smart you are, but it's dependent on how much you hustle, how much time you devote to build a skill, because I really want you to be financially free. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you.